प्रिडिक्ट करता है CRAM rule predict करता है distereoselectivity during addition of nucleophile to carbonyl group with carbonyl group which has alpha chiral carbon. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਰਬੋਨਿਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਓਰੀਐਂਟ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ ਮੀਡੀਅਮ ਐਂਡ ਸਮਾਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਐਂਟੀ ਐਡਜਸਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲਾਰਜ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਟੈਕ ਆਫ ਨਿਊਕਲੀਓਫਾਈਲ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮੀਡੀਅਮ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਮੀਡੀਅਮ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਮਾਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਬਟ ਸਮਾਲਰ ਵਨ ਇਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੈਫਰਡ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਫਿਰ ਸਟੇਰਿਕ ਹਿੰਡਰੈਂਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਘੱਟ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਫਿਰ ਕੋਰਸਪੋਂਡਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਸ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ
Yes. So your Cramp's rule, it describes distereoselectivity during addition reaction to carbonyl compounds containing alpha chiral center, and addition of nucleophile take place from the side of your smaller group that give rise to a major product. So this is summary of your Cramp's rule. So let us see the example when reaction of alpha phenyl propionaldehyde take place with Grignard reagent, and we have to predict which product is your major product, erythro or trio. So what is this propionaldehyde, alpha phenyl propionaldehyde? It will be propionaldehyde ki hunda hai? How many carbons are there in propionaldehyde?
3.
3. So at the alpha position you have phenyl, so it will be CH3, CH, phenyl, C double bond O, H. And suppose it is reacting with the Grignard reagent, say CH3, MgBr, methyl magnesium bromide. And we have to predict the product, which one is major product, which distereoisomer will be major, erythro or trio. So here products may be erythro product or trio product. Erythro trio ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ erythro products ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ
पता है सर
ठीक है. So that means this is carrying a negative charge, so this will undergo addition to this carbonyl group. So your product will be alcohol. Okay, so if we want to write general product over here, it will be alcohol, and in that alcohol, so it will be like this. Now that means two distereoisomers are possible. These two hydrogens, they may be on the same side, that will be erythro, and if these two hydrogens on these adjacent chiral carbons, they are on opposite side, it will be trio, and we have to predict which product is major product. So first of all, tell me whether this starting substrate, it satisfies Cramp's rule requirement. That means Cramp's rule is applicable only to those ketones which consist of alpha chiral carbon. Does it satisfy that condition? It consists of alpha chiral carbon.
yes sir
Yes, sir.
yes sir
It has alpha chiral carbon because 4 different groups are attached to the neighboring carbon. And phenyl group is of course larger group, methyl is medium, and hydrogen is smaller. So according to Cramp's rule, this carbonyl group, it will orient itself to, yes, anti to which group?
It's a larger group.
Anti to
Phenyl.
larger group. So I will put phenyl over here, anti to larger group, in between medium and small group. So medium is methyl and smaller group is hydrogen. So this is a confirmations in which this reaction will take place. And then attack of this nucleophile, in this case methyl, will take place from the side of which group?
Smaller hydrogen.
smaller and medium groups.
Smaller group. So this is MgBr. Of course, it will interact with oxygen. That will increase its reactivity, CH3. And this methyl, it acts as a nucleophile. It will attack from the side of smaller group to give rise to a major product. Okay. So it will result in a formation of, it will remain as such, hydrogen, methyl, okay, and this is back hydrogen. So this O, it will move to this methyl group, so it will become O negative. And if I add H plus over here also, so it will become OH. And on this side, you have methyl. And there's a loss of MgOH Br. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes sir
Now,
sir.
tell me whether it is erythro or trio. Tell me whether this product which is formed over here is erythro product or trio product. So when we want to write erythro trio, that means we have to draw Fisher projection. Fisher projection ji pata lagega. And how we draw Fisher projection? This is your Newman projection, and we have to convert this Newman into Fisher to get idea whether this is a erythro or trio major product. So how you will convert this eclipsed into Fisher projection, this Newman into Fisher? First of all, Fisher projection, it represent which conformation?
Eclipse.
Sir, eclipse.
Ji?
Eclipse.
Eclipse. It represents fully eclipsed conformation. Now, this conformation that you have got over here, does it eclipsed conformation? Does it is a fully eclipsed
Yes, sir.
conformation? Yes. What is fully eclipsed conformation?
No, sir. It's
No, sir.
staggered.
In fully eclipsed conformation, bulky groups, they are directly behind each other. Okay, it is a partially eclipsed. So you have to rotate one of this carbon. So which carbon you will rotate and which bulky group should be behind each other? Methyl or phenyl? Methyl the backside methyl होना चाहिए या phenyl the backside methyl होना चाहिए? Which will represent eclipsed?
The phenyl the backside methyl.
Phenyl the backside में था इधर.
No. Methyl groups, if you compare with phenyl group, now phenyl group is a planar group. Why it is planar? Because all carbons are there sp2 hybridized. So this is a planar group. While this methyl group, it is not planar. It is more extended in space. So your methyl group, it is known to have more steric hindrance. So when two methyl groups are directly behind, they will result in a more steric hindrance as compared to phenyl and methyl. So your fully eclipsed conformation will be that one in which two methyl groups, they are directly behind each other. So at what angle should I rotate your conformation to get fully eclipsed conformation?
120.
Rotate
120 degree.
120 degrees. So I will rotate it at 120 degree. Methyl, this methyl moves over here. This OH, it goes over here. And this hydrogen, sorry, here you have a hydrogen. This
So
over here. So now, what is this conformation? Erythro trio. So when you write your Fisher projection, your vertical line would consist of longest chain of carbon atoms. So which is possible if you consider this methyl over bottom side. So you will take this methyl over here. This is front carbon, which is your lowest carbon in Fisher projection. And then anything on right side, anything on the left side. So hydrogen will move over here. Phenyl is here. And this methyl on the upper side, hydrogen to the back side of hydrogen, and to the phenyl to back side is OH. So which product is your major product?
Erythro.
Erythro. So in this case, erythro product is a major product. Now, minor product will be also there, and that minor product will be formed by when attack take place from the size medium group. When attack take place from the side of medium group. So here you will get you will get this conformation. Now in this conformation, it is erythro or trio?
Trio.
Trio.
So trio.
Trio. So your trio product is a minor product. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Write on one question. Predict major distereoisomer formed during reduction reaction during reduction of during reduction of okay during reduction of 3-phenyl 2-butanone during reduction of 3-phenyl 2-butanone with lithium aluminium hydride. So you have to predict which product will be major product. So 3-phenyl 2-butanone is CH3 CH2 C double bond O CH3. This is your 2-butanone, 1,2-butanone. And at the third position, you have a phenyl group. So this is your 3-phenyl 2-butanone. And when you do its reduction with lithium aluminium hydride, which group will reduced? Bolo, which group will reduced?
Ca-
Carbonyl.
This carbonyl group, and your product will be alcohol. So this will become CH3, CH, PH, CH, OH, CH3. यही बनेगा product. Now this product can exist in erythroform or it can exist in thrioform. You have to predict which product is your major product. So can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this question is for you. And similarly, you can also take addition of Grignard reagent like methyl magnesium bromide. So it will remain same. Here your nucleophile is, what is nucleophile here in this case? When you carry out reaction with lithium aluminum hydride, what is a nucleophile?
Hydride.
Hydride ion.
Hydride.
Hydride
That's negative.
ion. So it's your nucleophile. So can you do this reaction and predict which product will be major?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try it by yourself. Agar nahi hunda, I can discuss tomorrow. Okay. Now next is, so the second method by which we can carry out asymmetric synthesis is, what is that? Second method by which we can carry out asymmetric synthesis is, bolo. Bolo bete. By using
So,
Or chiral modified with some chiral auxiliary group.
a chiral substrate which is modified with chiral auxiliary group in such a way that chiral auxiliary group can be removed after the reaction. So in this case, chiral environment during the reaction is provided by that chiral auxiliary group. For example, if you have pyoric acid, what is pyoric acid? What is pyoric acid?
Sir, two carbon.
This one. ठीक है, अल्फा कीटो एसिड, दिस इज ए पायोरिक एसिड। पता होना चाहिए, बायोलॉजी वाले शुरू +2 तो पढ़ना शुरू कर देंगे ने इसनो, ठीक है। सो दिस इज ए पायोरिक एसिड। नाउ सपोज यू कैरी आउट रिडक्शन ऑफ दिस पायोरिक एसिड बाय lithium aluminum hydride, what will be product? First of all, tell me which ketonic group will reduce? एसिड वाला कार्बोनिक ग्रुप रिड्यूस होएगा कि कीटोनिक ग्रुप रिड्यूस होएगा?
Ketonic.
Ketonic, sir.
Group since it is more reactive. Now tell me what will be product? Is this reaction an example of chiral synthesis or asymmetric synthesis? Your this carbonyl group will be reduced and your product will be CH3 CHOH C double bond OH. This is lactic acid. So if you do reduction of pyoric acid with lithium aluminum hydride, your product is lactic acid. Now you tell me whether this lactic acid will be pure plus lactic acid or minus lactic acid, or it will be a racemic mixture. Is this reaction is an example of asymmetric synthesis or not?
Sir, racemic mixture.
It will be racemic mixture. Why it will be racemic mixture?
Sir, जो reagent है वो achiral है.
Yes. Everything here is achiral. Your starting material is achiral. Pyoric acid is not a chiral molecule. Lithium aluminum hydride, it's also achiral. So as I told you earlier, when you start with the achiral molecule or in absence of chiral environment, your product is always a racemic mixture. To carry out asymmetric synthesis, to prepare one stereoisomer in excess as compared to another, what we need is some kind of chiral environment which is absent over here. So you will get mixture, simply plus minus lactic acid. So how to solve this problem? We can attach some chiral auxiliary. So what we do over here is, we have OH group over here, okay, and we can utilize this OH group. Suppose we attach this OH group, suppose we have this pyoric acid, and suppose I treat it with some chiral alcohol. Okay, some chiral alcohol. So suppose negative menthol, chiral alcohol. So when this OH group, it will react with this chiral alcohol, your product will become CH3 C double bond O C double bond O R star. Here R is a chiral. So now what is this? Is this chiral or achiral?
Achiral.
Achiral?
So R group ਜਿਹੜਾ achiral है.
हाँ बेटे, R group chiral है। देखो ताही तो मैं कह रहा ना कि chiral alcohol देना डिफरेंट है, R star OH like negative menthol.
Chiral.
So your product will become chiral. And this chiral alcohol, it will acting as your auxiliary group. So this is your alpha keto ester. Okay, it's alpha keto ester, which is chiral, and it is derived from chiral alcohol. And then suppose you do reduction with lithium aluminum hydride. Now, what will be product? Followed by hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means we have removed this chiral moiety. So since this is chiral, then there's a chiral environment. You will get one product as a major product. So suppose you get plus as a major product, okay, and then you performed hydrolysis. Upon hydrolysis, this ester group will break and you will get one lactic acid, say plus lactic acid as the major product. So your reaction become asymmetric synthesis. Is this clear? So what you do in these cases, you put chiral auxiliary to your achiral substrate, which provides a chiral environment, and at the end of reaction, you remove it. And we have taken example of these alpha keto esters. Now, in these cases, in alpha keto esters, in these alpha keto esters that we have discussed above, the nucleophilic addition over keto group take place, and the distereoselectivity means which distereoisomer is formed as a major product is described by rule which is called Prelog rule. So these alpha keto esters which are derived from chiral alcohols, that means alpha keto esters which are prepared from chiral alcohols, in that case their distereoselectivity, that means which distereoisomer will be formed as a major product, is given by which rule? Prelog's rule. Is clear? बोलो बेटे, कुछ रिस्पॉन्स कर दिया करो so that we can further move.
Yes, sir.
Now, so let us see what is this Prelog rule again. This is a very important. So suppose you have any alpha keto acid. So it is R, C double bond O. And what I have said is alpha keto ester derived from chiral alcohol. That means you have to treat your alpha keto acid with chiral alcohol. And suppose that chiral alcohol is this one. Suppose that chiral alcohol is this one, where SLM are small, large, and medium group attached with your chiral alcohol. So both of them, they will react and that result in a formation of alpha keto ester. Large, medium, and small group. Now, what this Prelog rule says, now this point is very important. What this Prelog rule says, during nucleophilic attack on keto group number 1, both these keto groups, now since there is a single bond over here, so they will rotate very rapidly. So in most favorable conformation, both carbonyl group, they will be at which position? Syn periplanar or anti periplanar position in its most stable conformation during attack. Syn periplanar होंगे कि anti periplanar होंगे? स्टेबल कदों होंगे? दोनों जब एक साइड होंगे कि ऑपोजिट साइड होंगे?
Anti-periplanar.
Anti-periplanar. So during this, both carbonyl group, they are anti-periplanar position. So that means you have R, C double bond O, C double bond O. Both are anti. Okay. And then we move over here. You have oxygen. and carbon. Now, what about the remaining groups? What about the large group?
सर वो एंटी होएगा.
Then it says large group remains in plane as of remaining molecule. That means a large group पे वो की होएगा in plane as compared to this remaining molecule. So if you consider all this remaining molecule in plane, so your larger group is also present in plane. Then third point it says, so you have left with the remaining two groups. One is medium group. Suppose this is medium group, and another is small group. Then third point it says attack of nucleophile take place from which side? Below, from side of on the
Smaller group.
सर smaller group.
from the side of smaller group. This is your pre-log rule. Very simple. So suppose nucleophile attack. So this nucleophile will attack from the side of smaller group. So when this nucleophile attack, it attack from the above the plane or below the plane. In this case,
Above the plane.
above the plane, because your smaller group is present above the plane. So your nucleophile, it goes above the plane and OH will below the plane. So I will write C double bond O remaining like same. And what will be our last step? We have to remove this
Hydrolysis.
alcohol. So we will do hydrolysis. That will break this ester linkage and you will get your chiral acid. Plus chiral alcohol will be removed as such. So this rule is called pre-log rule. So what is pre-log rule? Pre-log rule explains distereoselectivity of alpha keto esters. What kind of alpha keto esters? किस तरह के alpha keto esters that are derived from chiral alcohol. And during nucleophilic addition to keto group, what happens? Both carbonyl group, they orient themselves at which position?
Anti-periplanar.
Anti-periplanar position. Larger group of chiral alcohol
In the plane.
in the plane of the remaining molecule, and then attack of nucleophile take place from which side?
Smaller group.
Smaller group.
Molar group. So that is your pre-logs rule. So let us take example. Okay, let's take the examples of this pre-logs rule. बेटे थोड़ा फिर दोबारा तो रीज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा. I have less than 2 minutes. ठीक है, ਤਾਂ ਰੀਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰੋ। I am ending this meeting over here, ठीक है, immediately rejoin कर लेना। Is it okay?
Yes, sir.